Good evening, Supreme Master Ching Hai, ladies and gentlemen. A very welcome to you on behalf of the Singapore Initiates. I'd like to thank the Supreme Master for being here and kindly accepting our invitation to come to Singapore to deliver tonight's lecture. As a token of appreciation, we would like to welcome her with 3 local dances as follows. The first is called the Malay Welcome Dance. The performers from the Malay village will treat you to a colorful dance that represents the vibrant Malay culture. The dancers will enthrall you with their graceful movements accompanied by the Malay drum called the kompang. Let's put our hands together and welcome them.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Terima kasih.
The next dance is called the Bhangra dance, which originated from Punjab, India. It's a dance of joy and celebration during the harvest season. The Punjabis will beat their drums and wear colorful costumes to add to the festive season. Now it's my great pleasure to invite Supreme Master to give us a lecture. Now we would like to present masters with flowers and fruits. Please notice that these are vegetarian children and they are very healthy and happy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also, you may not see them, but the parents are also vegetarian. We have a lot of adult disciples presenting Master with flowers and fruits today, and they include Singaporeans as well as disciples from Taiwan, Indonesia, Los Angeles, Germany, and Thailand.
Korean, forget her. Wow. We can open a flower shop. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Where do these flowers come from? I thought they don't grow them in Singapore. Do they? Do they? They do? Do we have land in Singapore to grow flowers? So now you know what it's like to sit here. You can have fruits and flowers and sit alone.
Now I would like to invite the fellow initiate to tell us about her experiences.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shirley Sito, and I'm a manager in a local bank. As a Kuan Yin initiate, I'm very happy tonight to be given the opportunity to share my experiences with you. I'll touch on how being on this path has made a difference to my family life and instances where my inner meditative encounters have left an indelible mark on me. I was initiated in Taiwan. During initiation and while in meditation, I was suddenly bombarded by a strong pulsating light aimed at my third eye. I had to steel myself as the force was so strong and overwhelming. In fact, I thought that I was about to topple backwards. The light seemed endless. I heard beautiful sounds, one after another, as if playing a melody of its own. My husband and I enjoy a close relationship. Now I'd like to relate my experience, which helped me understand the basis for this closeness. One night, after a good meditation session, while lying down, I found myself transported back into what seemed like the Middle East during medieval times. As if looking into a crystal ball, I saw a sword-wielding man with a prominent mustache, whom I knew intuitively as my husband. Following these, the scene changed quickly, and I found myself looking at what seemed to be ancient China. This I know to the garb of the man. This time, it was a scholarly-looking man with the same trademark. He had a prominent mustache. If you look at my husband today, you'll notice his mustache. He has the bearing of a Chinese scholar and a fondness for swords. It seemed as if my meditation has allowed me to see into the past, and now I understand that the continuation of our relationship has been through many lifetimes. On other occasions, while lying down after meditation, I felt my body grew lighter and the room lost its solidity and became ephemeral. In the next instant, I was catapulted into this long, bright tunnel. At the end of it, I found that I have arrived in a strange land, all peaceful and quiet. I had also the opportunity to fly in what seemed to be a flying carpet, to see strange cities, till all white and glowing. I sense a profound peace there. There are many more instances in which the blessing of the Master has been keenly felt by both myself and my family, but I will not dwell on them because it will take too long. Suffice to say that on this path, we are blessed with both outer and inner experiences. Master's power indeed works in mysterious way, beyond our human intellect. I'd like to sincerely thank Master Cheng Hai for initiating me and my family. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the husband, and here's the mustache. May we welcome Master Cheng Hai to give us the lecture now.
Now it's my turn. Thank you so much for everything. Flower, fruit, cakes for yourself. And thank you for the beautiful dance. Are they all from Malaysia? Oi! Hello? Are they from Malaysia or Singapore? Imported or exported? Imported? Huh? Singapore, really? Nice. How are you? You comfortable? Yeah? Okay. It's beautiful in Singapore anyhow. No complaint. The weather is so fine. Just perfect. And you like to dance, huh? You do? I didn't know Singapore people can dance so nice like that. The only time I saw Singapore people dance last time, there was something like a workout time, Singapore, something like that. And they were wearing short pants and sweating. And I thought it was very nice already. I didn't think it could be so nice like this. Before I came to the lecture, some mysterious angel without wings bought me some clothes, like one similar to the dancers, and they thought they expressed the wish that I should wear them, because here, the Malaysian people wear like that. Yes, I said I thought I'm in Singapore. I said, oh yeah, but we are Malaysian here, you wear Malaysian clothes and people will like it better. I said, sure, I would like to. I'd love to do that, and to make sure that I know how to wear, because there's hat and cap and all this kind of thing. To make sure that I know how to wear them, they even bought me a big book of catalog, all different design for marriage couples. Anyhow, all so beautiful. When I look at the catalog, I thought, wow, this is beautiful. I would like to wear too. And just to make people feel also closer to me, that I'm one of you. Okay, I tried on to please you. But you know my size, yeah? You know my size, yeah? Even they lift me in the air like that, you hardly see me. Makes not much difference. Luckily, we have the tall guy, and when they put me on their shoulder, then you can have a little glimpse. Otherwise, you probably cannot find where is the Cheng Hai. Okay, so you know my size pretty well. Now, they bought me perhaps queen size clothes. I don't know if the Malaysian don't make a smaller size or what. So they bought me the bottom and the top. Okay, the bottom is so long. So when I put them on, I look like, those scarecrow on the field, And then the top, when I put them on, because the shoulder pad's so big and so large, I look like a mushroom. So I thought, what can I do now? Even if to please the Malaysian people, I cannot go on like that. Because I look at the catalog, they look so beautiful. And when I look at myself, I thought, no, if I wear it like this, I will risk to damage the reputation of Malaysian custom. So I thought I better just wear this. So just to make you laugh for a little while. But you don't laugh. It's not funny. Laughing is good for you, you know. Especially in Singapore, people need it. I will go into the serious business immediately, so don't worry. So what do you want to hear? Huh? Any idea? No. If you don't want to hear, then we could just sit together like this and stare at each other, you know. People do that. People do that when they first fall in love, don't they? First time they met each other, just stare at each other like that. And after marriage, 10 years, they stare also, but different direction. When I see you, I forget everything. That's the trouble. Now when you saw me coming with all this Satan chair, you probably think I am a very great person. But in fact, I'm very small. That's why I had to be lifted so high. The level, my level is about 1.50 meters. Even though the Buddha is supposed to be very tall. You're too so serious, you scare me. It's not the first time you see me, no? First time? Yes? No? No. I came here 2 times before. No? Nobody saw me before? Somebody see me before? Raise their hands. Yeah, of course. Our friends. We have been seeing each other many times. And you know, I love Singapore because of the reclaimed land. It's unique. When we were driving, you know, on the way here, it's wonderful to feel that, you know, like before it's supposed to be a sea, and now due to the cleverness of the Singapore people, you can drive on top of the water, you know. So who say that we don't have magical power? The Singapore people do, they must. Otherwise they don't have enough land. And I think it's fantastic that you, after sowing all the mountains down, you even dig the ocean and make it a highway, you know. This is fantastic. And I was saying to our friend who drives the car that it's okay to be small, you know, like me. Don't have to, because we were talking about a big country, yeah? And I said, oh, Singapore is beautiful, it's small, it's beautiful. And he said something like, we try to expand, you know, to make it bigger. Just like this afternoon when I tried the Malaysian outfit, I tried to expand myself to fit into it. And so we were talking about the country size, and I say, no, maybe Singapore is small, that's why it's easy to govern, and that's why you develop so fast, and it's the envy of many nations. So we should not always consider the size, whether it's big or small. The same thing happened to the spiritual life. Many people expect that the enlightened person ought to be enlightened. That being must be something extraordinary, must be perhaps 7 feet tall, or have feet like this or hand like that. Because we read the sutras, in the sutra, the Buddhist Bible, it described that the Buddha has such and such a mark, like his feet, linked together like the duck, his leg look like the deer's leg, and his eye look like a cow's eye, thing like that, And they try to make the Buddha beautiful, but if you put all this together, it's make a funny Buddha, They don't realize that. Perhaps in the old time, these kings of animals are the best symbol of beauty, yes, and a noble character. That's why people try to convey to the one who loved the Buddha, try to convey to others that he is so beautiful, like, the way he walked like the king of goose, yeah, and his chest is like the lion, and such and such and such things, yeah. But when you put all these animal parts together, you don't know what kind of Buddha that is. Now this is the outside only. And the inside of us, each one is the same. I think all of you know that. But how same? And how can we know that? And this is a difficult question. Even though it is very easy, but it is difficult. Because we have forgotten it, that's all. We have forgotten completely what we really are, and we are busy with chasing our dream every day and trying to fulfill our immediate desires, and we forget. We forget what we really are and where we come from. Just to tell you how forgetful we can be, I'll tell you a true story of myself. I went to Australia, I think 2 or 3 years ago, also due to invitation, the first time. And we're supposed to have 3 lectures in different cities. The first lecture went on all right, no problem. The second lecture also all right, I was on time. The third lecture, I was late. The only reason is not traffic. It's not that I slept. It's not that I have no car or nothing. The only reason is that I forgot. I forgot that I had the lecture that evening. I keep doing my things. Like the room is a little bit untidy, so I keep tidying it up, and then I try to move things here and there, like it's my house. Perhaps it's balanced my schedule, a busy schedule, give me something to do. Perhaps so, or perhaps I'm a perfectionist. Whenever I see something it's not in order, I try to put it in order. But that is to the extent that I forget that I had the lecture that evening. I forget until half an hour after the beginning time. And then some nervous disciple run in, broke in, kind of crashed in, and say, "Master, where are you?" And then I say, "Why? I'm here." Very cool. I say, "Master, you're supposed to be in the lecture hall." I say, "What? What lecture hall?" I really completely forgotten. I guess nobody as terrible as me, but perhaps we do forget sometimes. You do or not? Sometimes you are engrossed in some other business and you forget the main purpose of your goal that day. Did that happen to you sometimes? It does, huh? Okay, so now. And then, of course, I had to rush and apologize to the people. I feel really terrible. And I promised to God that, if He make me lecture again, He must put alarm clock for me. So from then on, I always put alarm clock everywhere. And whenever the lecture, I set it on everywhere so that I will remember in case I forget. How can you forget a lecture? I even don't understand that. But that's what I did. So now, if we are here too long, one life, two life, 100 lives, then of course we forget even more what the purpose of our coming here. Some of the people, they sometimes die. They die temporarily for like a few minutes or 20 minutes even. Clinically dead, declared dead by the doctor. Stop breathing, no pulse, etc. But then after they come back, they told many stories of the other life beyond. And then they also remember why they came here for, what for they came to the earth. But many of them, most of them, forget immediately what they have seen in heaven or what they're supposed to do in this life. They know that they have seen the purpose of their life, but when they came back here, they came back to this life again, they forgot. They just know that they know, but they don't know what. The Chinese have a saying that before we are born into this world again, the king of neither world will give us some soup, kind of hot drink, maybe chocolate or something. That is supposed to make us forget completely our past life and start anew. Many of us promise that we come here, if we are given the chance again to be human being, we will do this, do that, and others. And we will go and practice and meditation, and so on, and then we get enlightened, and then we dedicate all our life and energy to serve mankind, etc., etc. And we really meant well. But because of this soup, this, I'll say, forget me not soup, or forget me soup, everybody forget. So the only thing for us to remember again is that we must open the gate of secret knowledge. Without that gate open, we can never ever peep beyond this world. And the only thing we know is this material existence and all its suffering, joy, and temporarily other things. And we would forever identify ourselves with this physical appearance and suffering with it. But why? Why must we remember the purpose of our coming here? Not because we have promised to do so, but because if we don't remember, we must come back again and again and again until we remember, until we fulfilled our mission in this planet. And then we can go to higher existence or remember our original great position in heaven or in nirvana. The suffering of this world is not due to only the war. The war is not the catastrophe. It's not the lack of food and all this. But the suffering of this world comes from ignorance, because we don't know our mission, our purpose. We mistaken the playground for home and overstay our due, and sometimes suffer the cold, danger outside the house. But even then, the Buddhas, God Almighty, always try to look for us, for the lost children, for the ones who love to play and forget to go home. Therefore, the Buddha sometimes come down, endure the suffering of the human existence, endure a humiliation of the petty physical life in order to find the lost children, to bring them back to safety before it's too late. Because any house, doesn't matter how solid it's built, one day it must be demolished by itself or by some other elements or some causes, or have to rebuild a new one because it's too old. This world is a big house, very beautiful, very solid house, but it's not permanent house. That's why the Buddhas, the saints, like Jesus, Muhammad, etc., they came down to us, extend their blessing to us. We walk one step, they walk 100,000 steps to receive us and forgive our mistakes, cleanse our past unwholesome actions, and teach us the new kind of life, new beginning, or better speaking, and lead us back to the original way of life, the way we must live, the way we should carry out our life. Because up to now, all the cells in our body, all the nerves in our system listened only to almost negative orders from our information center. That's why we have war. That's why we have assassination. That's why we have, competition at the cost of other people, jobs or business or wife or husband, because we do not have a positive information in our brain center to order our body to do good things. And the people who are good in this world are also sometimes or often overwhelmed also by the negativity, by the negative influence in the society, also become shaky in their faith, became weaker in their goodness, and sometimes eventually also give in to the negative power. So when we have only negative information in our brain, then of course we can only give out information, negative information or negative order. And the cell in the body, the nerves in the system will also can follow only the negative order and then do negative things. That's why we have no peace in the world. That's why even up to now, brothers still killing each other. Even parents are killing their children for pleasure, for privacy, for individual freedom, pro-choice, etc. Not because they are bad, not because all these war makers, or these parents bad, or the husband who killed the wife, or the wife killed the husband, or the brothers killing each other, not because they are bad, just because their brain are fed only with negative information, only with negative ideas, and that's what they carry out. Whatever the brain order, the cells comply. The cell have to do it. The body must function. And that's why we sink deeper and deeper into depression. And that's why our world is almost any time in danger of, I would say, disappearing from our own making. So the only thing to help us now is very logical, is that to feed us with positive information, to change our information stream every day. We must receive good information, positive information, constructive information, enlightened, wise informations. And then from the brain, it will direct the cells, the nervous system, and everything will do only good, only peaceful, only wise, only constructive, positive things. And that's how we save the world. Otherwise, it doesn't matter how much peace talks, how much money we spend on arms, on the army, still we don't have secure feeling. Look, one day, this country just finished the war, shake hands with each other, okay, we start anew. And the next morning, we heard that the other country broke out in war. And then the United Nations run over there. And it's not yet finished. The other one, the other country, make war with the other country over there, and then over here, over everywhere. And it's already nearly 21st century. And we're supposed to be civilized, peaceful, loving, helping each other. And for all the technical invention, for all the wealth that we have discovered from the Mother Earth and from the universe, we could live a kingly life, all of us. But we still have poverty, war, suffering, just because we don't have enough positive information to feed our brain and our whole system with. That's all there is about enlightenment. Enlightenment is a way of positive life. It's a way of tapping into positive power, which is already existing within us. Because in the universe, there are two kinds of power. We call yin and yang, everybody know. Now we are living almost in yin. No positive, no yang, because we did not open that resource. This word is a negative word. So it is obviously that we have plenty of yin everywhere. And the negative or the yin is easily accessed, is more accessible to everyone. Except when we are wise enough to turn also into the positive department and draw therefrom something for us for everyday supply. Then we are balanced. Then we can do wonder to the world. And of course, there will be no more war, no more suffering. That's why we said earlier that the suffering in this world is not due to any individual or nation. It's due to the ignorance of us, the earth people. Enlightenment is nothing new and nothing that we have to beg for, nothing mysterious. It's just a positive power that we have within ourselves, laying, sleeping, unused up to now. So if someone to remind you where to look into and how to use it, and that is called enlightenment. And that's why it can be immediate. Because if you have something in your pocket or here, you can take it out right away. There's no need to go to the supermarket to buy it. That's why it's immediate. As long as you want to accept it, it will be right there. And I will show it to you that it is immediate. And you can use it right away. And you can see your life improve right away in the first days. Some people feel like they are born again right at the time of initiation. They're so joyful, they could just go on the street and kiss everybody. Of course, I advise them not to do that, especially in Singapore. It's just a way of expressing their joy, yes. And from then on, their life become as light as feather, you know. They work without burden. They take care of the family with love and not with so much, struggling. Huh? Most of family members often struggling with each other, also due to ignorance. And so many people after enlightenment, they find their family became heaven. Yes. And if everyone like that, every family like that, then we don't need to go to heaven. Our planet will be preserved, and then, because due to our positive power, we can also elevate the vibration of the earth and make it become heaven-like. The only difference between heaven and this earth is the vibration, the frequency. The frequency of heaven is fast but smooth. The frequency of the physical world, such as our earth, is gross, is rough, uneven. That's why sometimes we have disaster, earthquake, and all kind of eventful weather. Of course, we can say it from weather forecast, the wind in the northeast, and the wind something like that, and cause all this and that. But it is altogether due to the vibration of the whole planet and the atmosphere around it. In heaven, they don't have it. They don't have typhoon. They don't have earthquake. They don't even have earth. They don't even have wind. Everything is different. And the heavenly beings, their vibration also different. Because they are different, they have their vibration different. Therefore, heaven is different. So if our vibration is different, our life becomes different, even if we stay here. Of course, we cannot change the whole planet into heaven if the people of the earth are practicing only in a small number. But if the whole planet, or maybe even half of us, practice in such a way, then the vibration of the earth will also change. Then other half also will be benefited without having to do anything. Just like in one family, the father and mother goes to work, yeah, and the whole family can benefit from the parents' salary. No need for the children also to go to work. They can later when they want to, when they grow up, as a duty to society, but not because of necessity. And of course, the more money they earn, the better for the family. Similarly, the more people practice into a heavenly kind of life, and the more elevated our earth will become. At that time then, our house here is safe. Otherwise, it's not safe. As long as the frequency is so gross, is that, we say that in English too? Gross, yeah, rough, yeah. Then it's bound to happen that one day it will break apart or explode. We learn that the finer the things, yeah, the more invisible the thing, the more enduring. Similarly, yeah, our earth is too gross, too heavy, so it's bound to happen sometimes that it will, destroy itself. If we do not destroy it before that, with our atom bombs, with our environmental abuse, with our, I'll say, ignorance of the protection of the atmosphere around the earth. We sometimes poison ourselves with too much chemical, poison our earth, poison the water, and so it's bound to happen that it cannot last. There's no need to be a clairvoyant person or predicting, well, like Nostradamus or something, to say that the world is not everlasting. We can predict it ourselves if we look around our neighborhood and see how we treated our planet and how wars have damaged each and every corner of the world, now and again. There is a story about two devils who live in a mountain. Actually, they're not devils. They're kind of semi-ghosts, yeah? Demigods, gods or ghosts, perhaps half angel and half goblin-like, yeah, okay. And they live together too. One is green and the other is red, just like the green light and red light outside. Okay. Green is for peaceful, smooth going, right? Red is for war, stop, obstruction. So, but both of them live together happily ever after, ever before, together on the mountain, and with no problem, no anxiety, no desire, nothing. They live for long, many hundreds years already. And often when they have nothing to do, they sat on top of the mountain and look down into the world below them, the world of humankind. And they saw all the busyness and the people walking up and down and all that. And they saw the world is always changing. So the green say to the red, you see, we live here many hundred years already, and our life never changed. Every day the same thing. But the world below, the world of human being, every day change. How come? And the red said, oh yes, you're right. Very interesting. Their life is more interesting. But the green said, but how come? How come their life is so changing all the time? And then the red thought for a while and said, oh, it must be because they always fight each other. Yeah. Because they build a building beautiful and big, and next day they fight and they demolished it. And then they build another one and then have war and destroy again. And that's why their world always have something to do. That's why the world is always changing. So now, if our world here, the two of us, too peaceful, too boring, I think we have to start fighting with each other. And that's what they think. That's what the red think. And the green say, no, fighting, we are good friends. We've been friends for many hundred years. How can we fight each other? But the red say, if we don't fight, then we never have any change. Our life is always going on like this, and it's boring, and we don't make any progress. So let's fight. So the green say, no, I cannot do it. No, we are friends. But the red insists, say, from today, you are my enemy. That's it. Declare war right there and then. So, and then he left. He don't live with the green anymore. He moved to the other side of the mountain and sat there alone. Prepare for war. And the green also stayed there in that corner of the mountain, felt so lonely and miserable. He missed the other devil, the goblin, demigod. So he was feeling very miserable, you know. And you know the goblin, the kind of demi angel, they have magical power. Apart from can fly, yeah, can make things appear by themselves, can see very far, can hear very far. They also have a long nose, which can, which can stretch to no limit. So the green goblin sat there one day and feeling very bored. And suddenly he noticed in the world of human below, there's something shining, flashing, shining all the time. So he was curious, He was curious. And he used his nose. He make his nose long. He say, grow longer, grow longer, grow longer. And then the nose keep growing long, 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 and then pierce into the world below, where the shining and flashing is happening. And then the shining and flashing came from the clothes of the princess of that city. And it happened that the servants were hanging her clothes outside to air it. Yeah. And her clothes have gold thread. So and also some jewelry studded with diamond, rubies, and etc., etc. So it's glittering in the sun. That's why it was shining and flashing. So now the servants say to each other, oh, her clothes are so beautiful, but so many, now we don't have enough bamboo pole to hang. What to do? At that moment, the nose of the devil, the goblin, just arrived on time. Did you hear this story before? No? Oh, I'm glad. So and then the servant thought, oh, we have a long bamboo, enough to hang the rest of the clothes on it. So they put the rest of the clothes of the princess on this green pole. And then happy went inside. Eat some chapatis. So now the goblin, the green goblin, suddenly felt so heavy on his nose. So he was scared. He immediately, pulled his nose back to the normal size. And then there come all a bundle of glittering clothes at his feet. And he was thinking, oh, must be a lucky day. So he tried on. And beautifully it looks, yeah. So he was proud and marching around himself alone. And then it happened that the rat came over. He wanted to start a fight, to progress. But then the green said, look here, I have some new clothes, beautiful. And I saved some for you, half of them for you. And the rat was looking with contempt, say, look, I don't wear these kind of ridiculous things. Only crazy people do, like you. He wanted to start a fight, so he talked every nonsense. But the green is always green, so it's very cool. So he don't pick on it. He said, okay, fine. If you don't wear them, I do no harm, leave them there. It's all right. So the rat don't know what else to do. So he went home. But actually he was very, very jealous of the green. And so he tried to get some clothes for himself. So now he also put his nose very long down into the palace and waiting for some clothes to be hung on. But it happened that the samurai, at that time they are practicing swords together. And when they saw such a long thing is coming, they said to each other, what's that? And the other said, it must be the new invention of the enemy trying to attack us. Let's kill it first. Oh, okay, then pack with the sword. And so suddenly the rat felt so sharp pain, and immediately he pulled back his nose to the normal size. And then here it bled, and he cried and cried so much. And then the green heard his crying and came over, said, what happened, what happened? And the rat was so embarrassed and angry and cannot say what the truth is, so he said, leave me alone, and things like that. You don't bother me. And so the queen said, no, I don't bother you. I just want to try to help you. It's bleeding. Look here, I know the medicine, and I put it on. It will stop right away, and your nose will become beautiful like before. Otherwise, you have a big scar here, a big hole there, and then it should be very ugly. I just want to take care of you. And so the rat, after all, feel touched and said, all right. And then he cried his heart out. He said, oh, it's really hurt. Please, quickly, help me. Make it better, quickly. Yeah. And then from then on, of course, They make peace together because he had enough with fighting. He thought, okay, fighting is no good. He learned the lesson of peace. From then on, they wear nice clothes and drink tea together every day. And no more war. But our world has not learned this lesson of love. And it is a sad affair. So now, instead of always writing on the newspaper, criticizing the government of this and that country, scolding this and that dictator, telling the army what to do, because it has not been any use up to now. So instead of doing all this, or apart from doing all this, still we have to find a way out for ourselves before it's too late. And the only way out is the so-called enlightenment. And enlightenment is only getting back the positive information that we badly lack. And it's right there. Because it's already there. It's just we didn't use it. When we are born into this world, everyone must take care of the immediate needs, such as cold, hunger, or environmental, infection, etc., etc. Therefore, the immediate reaction from birth or since childhood is all this material comfort, all this physical need. And that is why we don't have the chance to remember the positive information that we must have in order to survive, in order to be wise and to fulfill our duty better in this world. You see why we forget? You see why we don't have it? You see why we have it but we don't use it? Just because immediately this world overwhelms us with physical threat. So that the immediate reaction from us is that to protect ourselves, the body, see? Feeding, drinking, clothing it, building house, buying more blankets, yeah, and getting a big car so that we can move around, building a big road so that we can drive the car on, etc., etc. All this physical necessity immediately from birth overwhelm us and take all our time up. And that's why it became a habit to us to preoccupy ourselves with physical needs alone. And that's why we forget further and further, more and more about our other positive side of nature. And that's the only secret. Does it make sense to you? Okay, thank you. So now I have, in brief and in a logic, explain to you or remind you what is truly enlightenment. And there's no mystery about it. Just the positive side of our nature. And we have both inside. So up to now, we only use the negative because of the necessity of this negative world force us to always have to lean on the negative side to survive. And then the more we do it, the more we forget the other side, that's all. But that is the thing that we should not do. Because without the positive, we can't even take care of the negative well. Without the driver, you know what I mean? The car, doesn't matter how good you take care, it will not move. And it will move all wrong way around, killing people if it does. So now the driver must wake up, or wake him up and tell him to drive the car, drive properly. And that is all there is for enlightenment. Because the time is late due to your working hours and regulation of this theater, so I will not go on and on anymore. And perhaps you want to ask me some questions, then please do. And then I can continue further to satisfy your your inquiry.
Will I be liberated if I practice the Kuan Yin method?
Of course. What else do you practice the Kuan Yin method for? Huh? Not only you are liberated, many of your generation, of your relatives and friends will also together be liberated when they leave this world, or if they already left this world. The power is incredible.
Master, you said that you can show us immediate enlightenment. How can I get initiation? When can I be initiated?
Immediately after I finish my job here. You go outside and put your name down, and later people will call you. And when I am free here, I go and tell you, okay? And immediately, I mean it. As soon as you sat down, I will knock you out of ignorance, of course. Yes, be quick, huh, brother?
Master, I understand that there's a method called a convenient method. Is it the same as the Kuan Yin method?
Not exactly, but it offers you also a taste of enlightenment. And you can continue to practice that every day without such a strict a regulation as a pure vegetarian diet or a 2.5 hour a day, thing like that. You can meditate half an hour every day or 1 hour apart, or 20 minutes, whatever you like, and eat the vegetarian diet as conveniently as your position or your situation allows. So that's why we call it convenient method. And you also have enlightenment, but it's a small kind of vehicle. You can only liberate yourself alone. And the Kuan Yin method will liberate many of your relatives and friends, up to 7 or even 9 generations. The people you don't even know, your ancestors, etc. And your next generation, your grandchildren are not yet born, etc. Because of the blood link, they will also be free.
Master, when I'm the host and I have to take some friends out for lunch or dinner and they are not vegetarians, should I order all vegetarian dishes to eat as I'm the only vegetarian?
No. You order what the guests want to eat. We don't impose our lifestyle on other people and impeding their freedom. It's their choice, okay?
Master.
If they want to, if you ask them if they want to try vegetarian also, fine. If they agree, if they're happy with it, just tell them once in a while you try. If you like it, okay, fine. If they don't, then you don't do it.
Master, after initiation, can I still continue to repeat the Guru mantra, Shiva mantra, and so on, and visualize the divine form of my religion, which I'm used to for the past 15 years?
Sure, you can. You can, but I'm afraid it's too many, and then you will take the whole day long to recite.
Master, please advise me how to access to the first level of the kingdom of God, or what must I do to start?
The first level only? Your aim is so low? Huh? Why don't you go to the 5th at least with me? There it's almost empty because nobody go there. Plenty room there. Singapore is tight. We go there for a change, huh? A lot of palaces, and no traffic light, no jam. The first level is nothing to aim for, brothers. There's only astral beings who live there. Only small heaven and hell. There is only magical power, small healing ability, small clairvoyance talent. That's all there is. And you may live there hundreds or thousands of years, but you come back here again, and who knows where you will be and what you become. So why go to the first level? First level is as unsafe as this world. Yeah? Don't aim to go there. That's only the A. The ABC of everything. We started from there, but we don't go there. We don't stay there.
Master, in the first precept of no killing, if a snake is to enter my house, should I kill it in order to protect my family?
You don't have snake in Singapore. Don't give me trouble. We don't even have enough land for people to live. Where can this poor snake reside? But anyhow, you don't have to kill. You can give him a bag of a cloth bag, and he will happily crawl into it. And you set him outside, somewhere else in the bush or something, and he'll be happy. But if you must, of course you can do it. But then you pay. You can do anything you want in this world, just as you must pay. Not in monetary way. It's in karma. See, you kill him, and later you'll probably be wounded somewhere, or have severe headache, or your arm suddenly gone, paralyzed, anything like that. You pay, maybe temporarily or maybe long term. It depends on how great the things that you have done, how much you took from the physical treasure of the Lord of this creation. The more you take, the more you pay. The less you take, the less you pay. That's why I advise the vegetarian diet, because it's the less expensive. Even though animal life, a vegetable life also have life, but it doesn't cost so much. Karma doesn't burden you too much. You see, not that vegetable you don't pay. I don't mean the market price. I mean to the Lord of creation. The Lord of creation is below the Almighty God. But if you did not pay to the Lord of creation, you cannot go to the Almighty. That's the problem.
Master, why do we have karma? Who determine what is good or bad karma?
I just told you right now. Okay. The karma came from our action. That's just the consequence of our action. Just like, for example, very easily. Now, if I slap this man in the front, what happened? He slapped me back, and that's the karma. You see? All right?
Master, can you explain the initiation of the Kuan Yin method?
Yeah. You explain?
No. Can you explain?
You know it.
Master, if I cannot take up initiation...
What? You don't explain to people? Okay. Like this. Initiation, huh? It's kind of invisible opening wisdom ceremony. No flowers, no incense, no prostration, no Buddha statues, no church, nothing. Only you and your own positive original power. Now, when you sit there all alone, then I will point to your soul where to go in order to get back the positive and negative together. Understand? Now you are separated. Okay? Always lean onto the negative side for survival. Now, when you sit alone there and ready, willing to go back, okay? I just put you back, okay? But no action involved. These things are abstract, are the wonderful things of invisible power. It's no doing of anything. Do without doing. I don't have to be there even. I don't have to even know your name, your address, your age, your profession. I don't have to know you. I mean, physically. Inside, no, yes. Therefore, the initiation is just that you sit there and get back your positive side. Or, like out of balance, now you always lean on the negative like that, right? Okay, now tick, come back, and then you balance, that's it. And then you know that you are enlightened because you see the light. You receive the teaching from heaven through melody. It's not by Singlish, it's not by Chinese, it's wordless word, silent sound. These will make you wiser, and more realize that you are great and you are the master of the house. Yeah? That's the initiation. Okay? But no word can describe that because I will not talk to you at that time. I might not even be present because you will be alone with the whole universe then, and that's how you know yourself. Okay? It's difficult. Try to understand. If you don't just go for initiation, then you understand.
Master, after enlightenment, can we still get sick?
Sure. Look here, I have a cold. I'm supposed to rest. I had a flu. Thanks for some of the friends who gave it to me. And I was weak because I overworked a lot of time, often time, because of many disciples and demands from the world. So of course my body is like yours, or your body is like his, yeah? If you're weak in resistance, overwork your car, then it will stop. You get sick. That's the same. The car will get sick, whether is it Benz or is it, Cadillac. It sometimes gets sick, but that's a normal thing. Why should we avoid sickness? It's no big deal. If I wasn't sick in these days, I could not have enjoyed 2 days in bed. So that's a bonus. It's not bad. And all the people loved me so much. Wow, while I'm sick. They feel a concern, and that's an enjoyment also, okay? No problem to be sick. The Buddha was sick, wasn't he not? Yeah? Yeah, sure. Sickness, no big deal.
Master, if I cannot take up initiation now, when would you come back to Singapore?
I come back all the time in your dream. But you forget. Try to wake you up, but you don't listen. And after you wake up, you forget again. So there's also for nothing. So I have to come here physically, and you still forget. You say, if, maybe, perhaps, probably. Let me think about it. All right, then think. You have many centuries to come to think. Okay? If you're not here, you will be in other world, thinking. Difficult to promise you, even though I like Singapore. The only reason I came here this time was because it's near to Thailand, and I already promised Thailand, and just in the mood of, ongoing, I promised Singapore also. Otherwise, I could not really afford it. There are about 40 countries on a long waiting list since many years, and I'm ashamed to even to face them. But I have physical limitation, also financial, and also organizational, involved, a lot of things. It's not that just I come here and then everything fall from heaven and then I just sit here and talk. Even I myself, I have to prepare for you. I never read newspapers or books, but when I'm going on lecture, before, I don't care much. After enlightenment, I don't care much. But then after beginning having disciple and the more disciple, then I must read books and all that. I have to get in touch with the world in order to talk to the world people. So last night, all night long, I read. I did not sleep 1 second until about 5 or 6 this morning, and I finished reading the whole Singapore and all kind of regional and worldly problem and books, and then I went meditate. Even with my flu, all sort of medicine, it made me so drowsy. I had to fight with it in order to make a better service today. Of course, I can just sit here and say anything. I could say that. But it's not sincere enough in the worldly level. And it might not reach your heart so deeply. So I must also prepare. You see? So it is not that I don't want to come back. It's involved a lot of work. At least hundreds of disciples involved in this work and prepare for us today. So we must thank them. Of course, we thank God. So Singapore, I did not really prepare to go to Singapore this time. It's just, I don't know what this Singapore do that it happened to be that I say yes this time. Otherwise, It's not that I don't like Singapore. Also the one reason I come here, you know why? Huh? Good government. Yeah, truly. I don't say that to make you feel good. Why good government? They give me easy access. I can come go anytime. No visa problem, no big deal, no check-in, no check-out. And when I come to lecture, I don't even have to spend one photograph. No personal data, nothing. All the disciples do it. And Malaysia also asked me to go. But they asked me for so many fill-in form that I say, forget it, sorry. You come to Singapore and listen. That's how it is, really. Any Malaysian people here? Is that true what I said? Yes, now you know, huh? Now you know, okay. So I cannot promise you, forgive me. The truth is like that. But because Singapore is so easy, it could be that I come more often, see? I also did 3 lectures in Thailand, also because I like Thailand, because there it's also free, easy, yeah? In some of the country, you can go, but I hate bureaucracy. I'm sorry, I hate paperwork. Yeah, I don't like it. So when I hear about it, I'm frightened because I travel all over all the time, always form filling, visa in, visa out, pack in, pack out. I'm already dead tired of bureaucracy. And sometimes check in the airport, searching all over for something that they can never find in me. The thing they want to find, they should find in me, they don't find. Anyhow, so I am tired of the bureaucracy. So anytime when I can avoid it, you know, when I can avoid, anytime I can avoid paperwork, I just say no. And I say, Singapore, Malaysia, very near. Why don't you just come here? That's it. Am I fair enough, right? Yeah?
Master,
Yeah?
how would a person know that he is enlightened?
Oh, if a person has a child, how does he know? Do you know that that daughter belongs to you or not? Or you don't know? Okay, fun.
Master, why am I born?
How do I know? It's your business and you ask me. Funny. Okay, you can know if you get enlightenment, huh? Just go get initiation and then all the answer will be there. No need to ask me. Second-hand stuff is never good enough for you, the sons of God. Huh? The sons and daughters of Buddha must know everything, first-hand knowledge.
Master. Master, why are there so many religions in this world?
And there's only one, really. Different names. Yeah. If you take time, if you don't believe me, if you take time, study all the religion together, compare them all, and then you know what I mean. Just because people don't study other religion, which is also good, fine. Be concentrated on your religion. If you know one religion, it's enough. Because it's similar in other religion. Tell people to do good, don't kill, don't steal, don't worship God, or Buddha is just a name. Yeah. And no religion teach people to do bad thing. Or stay here forever and eat and drink and die here. All religion tell you, be good person here and find heaven while you can. Right? And everything else is just blah, blah, you know, bureaucracy and detail. All right. Yeah.
Master, you talk about knowing the way home. Where is this home? Where is heaven and hell?
Here. Everything is here. But if you don't know, everything is everywhere. Everywhere is hell. Everywhere is heaven. If you know, then it's heaven. If you don't know, it's hell. That's it. Simple.
Master, beyond our world, there are many levels. May I know which level is Jesus Christ on?
You get me into trouble. I don't mind other people's business. Okay, anyhow, you want to get every information free of charge. Now get to work, okay? and get paid yourself. Huh? Go to get meditation. And then you see Jesus yourself. Talk to him the way I talk to you right now. And that's the way it is. You should know everything firsthand because you are the children of God. You don't know how great you are, so you must know. Okay, Jesus. Oh, God.
Master.
Jesus. How can I tell you? But I can only promise you that you can see him. After initiation, you practice. Some people see him right away at the time of initiation. As soon as I sit down, as soon as I say, now I begin, that's it. Then Jesus come to them, or Buddha come. Sometimes funny, they both play tricks on us. Jesus come to the Buddhist, and Buddha comes to the Catholic. Yeah, they have fun. They do that. They do that all the time. So at that time, you can ask him, what is your level, by the way, you know? And I will show you the way to prove him also, whether he's true, he's truly Jesus, or he's just an illusion, yeah, of your dream, of negative power. Therefore, we need instruction from the teacher. Verbal instruction doesn't mean enlightenment. After verbal instruction, and you sit quietly, do nothing, and I do nothing, that is the time when you get enlightenment, not by talking, okay? Right.
Master, will I be able to find my dead relative and communicate with him if I practice the Kuan Yin meditation?
Dead relatives?
Yeah, dead relatives.
Oh, sure. But I'm afraid maybe you don't like to go there. Some of your people, difficult to get in touch with. Yeah? If you want to go to such place, you need a master, otherwise you'll be in danger. Yeah. So it's not always good to see dead relatives, huh? Now you practice Kuan Yin method, and some of your relatives, dead relative, will be immediately I'll say, released from whatever suffering they have. If they're already in heaven, they will go to a higher level of heaven. If they suffer light punishment, they can go immediately, quick. If it's too heavy, then we have to negotiate. Yeah. Then the master must negotiate, or have to suffer for that person. But it won't be too long. You know, for example, if that person has to suffer for 1,000 years, and the master won't have to suffer 1,000 years, just maybe a few hours, or sometimes few seconds, sometimes few minutes, sometimes prolonged, but not big deal sickness, thing like that. So it's not always ideal to see your dead relative. Huh? It's better to see alive relatives and and encourage them before they're dead. Okay? Love them, serve them, encourage them before they're dead. Huh? But you can see them. You can see them. Many of our practitioners see their dead relatives and friends come in to thank them that due to them they're liberated. That is no big deal. No big deal.
Master, one of the 5 precepts is refrain from sexual misconduct. How does this apply to singles?
How does what?
How does this apply to people who are not married?
No. What we meant is that if you should be faithful to each other, yeah? But in the case of some of the other religious order, yeah? They may, due to their, tradition, have many wives. And they already had before initiation, then that doesn't mean they have to separate, and take only one. But in the general case, we tell people to refrain from having too many tithes. Because if you have one wife, I think you suffer enough. Oh, sorry, I mean, I'm sorry. Oh. What I mean is the suffering in, in the heart affair is very heavy for the wife or the husband to bear. And that you don't want to cause to other people, let alone your beloved friend or the mother or father of your children. So that's why we say refrain from having another affair if you're already married. But if you already have before initiation, it's just keep it like that. And better don't let the other two know each other. Minimize the suffering. The less suffering, the better. Yeah, because it will affect you also. You will have bad conscience and guilty feeling. How can you meditate in peace? When you meditate, you want to think about God. All you think about is the second or the third wife. Yeah, how she wanted to beat you last night because you came late, etc., etc. Or you buy a better clothes for the other one, etc. Yeah, so much trouble. It hurts. That's why. Okay? Yeah. That's is called sexual misconduct. Yeah? But in the case of people who are not yet married, of course, in the modern time, I cannot tell people don't do that. Yeah. Then try to be faithful to each other. Yeah, it's good for the heart. Yeah, good for your moral, and good for the trust, mutual trust between each other, and especially good for your health. Nowadays, huh? You read newspaper more than I do, huh? The letters spell very big, huh? Huh? Should I say more? More and more people die from AIDS each day. So take care of yourself, huh?
Master, is it necessary to have a quiet environment to pursue spiritual practice?
Yes. In the beginning, yes. But later, no. That's why later sometimes we need. That's why sometimes we organize retreat for 1 week or 2 weeks or 4 days, 3 days, every year, a different time. So people have a chance to have a peaceful, quiet, only practice meditation environment. But otherwise, you must go out into the society, bring in the light and the blessing into our brothers and sisters. You cannot always hide yourself in a mountain and become a selfish Buddha.
Master, will dreams of future events come true? Can we change the future?
Yes, sometimes we can, if we are strong enough. And if you want to be strong enough, meditate. Get your Buddha power out. Then you can change anything. Otherwise, the future will change you. Huh?
Master, can you explain the Kuan Yin method in Chinese?
Why? Now I'm speaking English so smoothly. Suddenly I have to speak Chinese. 这个嘛，你就去外面问我徒弟就可以了啊。多少人不懂英文举手，有看一下，然后我就解释了。OK， 好了，就这样子了。就观音法门是这样子哈，就不是一个写下来的法门，就是这样子要说法门，不然的话不知道怎么解释给那个世界人听啊。事实上，这个法门是不用语言的，比方说。要传法给你们的时候，要你们开悟的时候，我们两个就静的，然后自然呢，这个我们两个内在的佛心会沟通，然后在自己会反应这样子，那就是叫观音法门。在反应的时候，我们就会听到佛音啊，就像音乐一样，很美丽啊。我们越听越舒服，越听身体越快乐，精神越充满，越来越有智慧，越聪明，越来越懂啊，然后越来越知道我们是佛这样子啊。那个所以叫观音。观察这个音，这个什么里面的那个音乐了，音流了，佛音了，就所以才叫观音。事实上传法的时候都不讲话的，也许我会叫你怎么做，在哪里做要停一点，是这样子。不过这些不是开悟的方法，听懂吗？就是一种身体的活动这样而已哈。所以观音法门，要真的修行的话，应该。开悟的时候才知道哈，就用语言呢很难讲啊， 就是我帮你们开智慧就对了。然后这个佛心，那个所谓的佛叫做反内找自心的闻自心的，记得吗？啊，那个就是观音了。好，谢谢啦。
Master, if the Kuan Yin method can help me evade reincarnation, how about my karma in my past lives?
Oh, I burn it. I throw it in the dustbin and set fire to it. Finished. Okay? It's like computer. You know where karma come from? Come from your reaction and action and reaction, of course. But where it come from? It's stored in your subconsciousness. There's a button. I just push it, and it's gone. Okay? It's like your computer, or your record player. You can play it, you can record it, or you can erase it. Just know how. Huh?
Master, is it necessary to meditate 2.5 hours every day? What if someone cannot meditate 2.5 hours, maybe 1 hour or less? Is it all right?
Then you die. Sooner or later. 2.5 hours is required minimum to cover all our expenses. It's only 1/10 of the day. 24 hours we devote for the world. Only 2 hours for ourselves. Isn't that enough? Actually, you should meditate more, but because of the busy schedule of this world, 2.5 hours is fine. You can do it anytime. Sitting on the bus, on the subway. You don't have subway here, huh? Sorry. Or sit on the airplane, sit in the park, or sit in the bathroom. Anywhere you can meditate. And you can add it up, all day. Not that you have to sit straight 2.5 hours. But later you can. Later you can sit sometime all night. You don't feel anything. You feel like just 1 second. Yeah? And sometimes you miss the bus stop. So make sure you know where to get off. Huh? It's so easy. You don't believe it. You cannot believe it. So easy. Children can meditate long hours. 6 years old on, sometimes they sit very long. Nobody forced them. Children should spend sometimes 10 minutes, 20 minutes only for fun with the parents. Of course, they also have enlightenment then, but we don't force them to meditate too long because they're children. But sometimes they sit longer than the parents because they have nothing to do. They're free.
Master, I started practicing meditation in 1975. Since then, I have some minor magical power like healing, foretelling, or even look into the future of my relatives. Yesterday, I read about the Buddha sound in your book. Then I started hearing sounds like E sound. May I know why?
You enlightened. 1%. You need 99% more to become Buddha. Okay, this is the moment of small enlightenment. We get it sometimes through very strong concentration or through intense suffering. And then we get some quick light. Also like people who die, temporarily. They saw light and they hear music and sound like that. But this is very small percent. I say 1% is very generous. I don't want to hurt your feeling. Otherwise, this is nothing, really. Nothing compared to what you will have or what you should have if you have a proper, way to do it, okay? And then you have every day, more and more. You go from one heaven to another. You travel the universe. You're free any day.
Master, usually we have to take how long to get enlightenment? May I know what does it depend on? How long do we need to get enlightenment?
Oh, depends on many things. First, depends on the proper meditation method. For example, our brother just now, he also meditates, but in different ways, you see. Yes. And it depends on your teacher whether that person is capable to lead you to enlightenment. Never mind talking about long or short. If you get a good teacher, you get immediate enlightenment. If you don't get a good teacher, I don't know how long. Very, very long, many lifetimes. Also, enlightenment depends on your sincerity, if you want it or not. If you do want it, and you get it immediately. If you don't want it, doesn't matter how much you pretend, how long you sit there until your bottom falls off, you don't have anything.
Master, would meditation lead us to getting possessed by the devil? Possession.
Because of meditation?
Yeah, because of meditation.
It depends. It depends. If you meditate at random without a teacher, or you choose the wrong way to do it, or you deliberately meditate but breaking the precepts, eating wrong food, or harming other people, then the counter effect will be felt upon you. And this is when you allow the so-called devil to come in to destroy you and trouble you. That is only the negative side of other nature. When we don't want to lean, we don't stand stably, and we keep like this, then it will pull you back to the negative side again. And at that time, it's stronger, it's harder, because it lost you last time. Now it tightens the grip more, and it's difficult for you to struggle out. So that's why, I don't want to just take a lot of so-called disciples so that I am famous and have a big group of followers. You must keep the precept. You must eat vegetarian diet. Understand? Purify yourself. Meanwhile, while meditating, so you don't have side effect, you don't have trouble. And I am responsible for whatever happened to you if you keep the precept and follow the instruction. So nothing can happen to you. But if you don't, even God cannot help you. Okay?
Master, I am a sinner. Can I be enlightened? I am a sinner. Can I
sinner?
Be? Sinner. He commits sins.
Oh. Who is not a sinner? Please raise hand. Who is a sinner? Please raise hand. Me also included, okay? Don't worry. No one is a sinner. We just ignorant. We have not been taught the way of the saint. We have been only taught to survive in this world, how to eat, how to clothe, how to look after this physical vehicle. That's all we have been taught up to now. All the education is also leading to that end, so that you can have a good job. Right? We have not been taught the wise way, the holy way. So now is the time. No problem. We did think we don't know. How can we be sinner? If the child is not taught and he make mistake, how can he be blamed? Blame God. He didn't send you a teacher soon enough. His fault. By the way, the people who want to be initiated can leave now and go outside and register your name. You don't have to sit here and listen to the question and answer. You can ask me other time.
Master, how do we get immediate enlightenment and eternal liberation while we have to be anxious and to work to make money?
Enlightenment is an incredible thing that ever happened to your existence. It will lighten every burden that you have to carry every day. It will get rid of all the obstacles in your way. It will carry you when you're down and sick. It will bless you whenever you are in trouble and danger. And you will feel that you are always in the lap of a mother, so you don't worry. All right, no more?
Thank you, Master. Shall we take this opportunity to put our hands together to thank Master?
Oh, no need. Okay, I thank you all for your loving attention and for your trust, your love, your friendship. And I wish you all the best things. I wish your country all the best thing and develop more and more, stronger and stronger, and more respect of the whole world and the universe. And I wish you, most of all, enlightenment. If not sooner, then later. Okay?
Master, there are more than 10,000 people outside waiting to see you.
How come? Oh, okay. Now I have to go out and show myself on the chair again. All right, huh? I have to go outside.
Okay.
10,000 people outside.